I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? We back with another little quick game recap of Game 3 of the NBA Finals. So let's get straight into it. Lakers versus Heat. Bam and Goran Dragic, they still haven't came back from their injuries. I think Goran's done. Like I said, I think he tore his ACL. His Achilles. I think he's done. Hopefully he's not, but I just think he is. And he even said it today. He said he doesn't know if he wants to come back because he don't want to slow his teammates down. And he feel like he's not at 100%, so that can just mess up everything. And, mess him up in the long run, too. And plus, he's a free agent, too. And he's going to get a lot of money. So, I think it's the right move not playing with him. Sucks, though. It sucks because he was, to a lot of people and to me, he was playing the best. And as in the Heat, for the Heat, he was playing the best the whole playoffs. He was playing the best. He was the MVP. A lot of people are going to say Jimmy Butler because that's just, he's in the forefront. And he is the best player on that team. But, nah, Goran Dragic was playing the best. Low-key. Very low-key. Bam, he has a shoulder or a neck strain. He can come back, and I think he really does want to come back, but he just said it's up to the medical staff. And if I'm them, if he can play with it, play that dude. Because that can be a big X factor. Especially after last night, that can be a big X factor. I don't think he will slow them down. I think he will actually make them better. That would be a big X factor. So hopefully he can play. So getting into the game of last night, Lakers versus Heat. Heat won, and Jimmy Butler dominated. 40-point triple-double. And to me, it just looked like Jimmy Butler went right back to them Chicago days where he's just the main scorer. You can see when he was on the Timberwolves, the 76ers, and even part of the Heat, he faded back. He didn't want to be the primary scorer. He didn't really care about being the primary scorer as he did in Chicago because in Timberwolves you had Cat, Andrew Wiggins, two people that could score the ball at a good level. And on the 76ers you had Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tobias, people that could score on a great level. So he just took a back step, and he was okay with that. And this year, he even though he really didn't have nobody that could score like that, he still took a back step. That's why they're here where they at, because everybody has confidence because he decided not to come in there and just dominate the ball. Well, yesterday he dominated the ball, and he also facilitated, and it was beautiful. And just dominated the whole game, basically. We couldn't guard him. And the free throws, he was getting to the free throw line at every time he drove. He had 14 free throws. Mid-range game. That's why I say he tapped back into the Chicago Bulls, Jimmy Butler, because that mid-range game was looking like Chicago Bulls Jimmy. Just dominated the mid-range. I remember back when he was playing the Bulls, best mid-range game was him and John Wall. Their mid-range game was unstoppable. And that's what it looked like yesterday. It just looked like he tapped right back into the old Jimmy Butler. They won. The defensive scheme was amazing. Played zone, did not switch. Swatted the ball every time AD tried to go up or LeBron tried to go up. Got AD into foul trouble, and that was amazing. That third foul on Kelly Olynyk, the charge. Kelly Olynyk, that was a smart play because he knew, and they also knew, they get that charge in the second quarter, he's out. And he was out for the rest of that quarter. And then coming into the third quarter, when he swatted at Myers Leonard's face, and he had that fourth foul, they didn't take him out, and I was surprised. And everybody was like, "Nah, the refs won them this game. The refs won in this game." They didn't win in this game. The refs, they called two questionable calls, and I seen it. It was either third or fourth quarter. LeBron drove, got fouled, got hacked. No foul call. Okay, next drive right after that, KCP did the same thing. He got fouled. They didn't call it. That was the only two questionable calls to me. The only two. Either side, it was no really bad calls yesterday. That foul on AD, he smacked him in the face. And that didn't affect nothing because he still played the rest of that quarter. It was 10 minutes left in the quarter, and he still played that quarter. So you can't say, oh, we lost because the refs. No, and this is the internet starting to make me hate my own team. The internet's starting to make me root against my own team. It's annoying. It's just so childish. Like, why can't we just accept the fact that the Heat had a better game? They wanted it more. Like, the main thing for the Heat the last two games was it just didn't look like they wanted it more. The energy was not there like it's always been. A great way to stop Anthony Davis and stop him from getting rebounds and stuff. It just be in his grill, give him bad energy. Just all swat on him. Yeah, you all up on him. Andre Iguodala does that to a T. That's why I love that how they put him on him yesterday, because he's a long defender and that swatting stuff before you go into his shot, he never gets called for that because it's always all ball. Andre Iguodala is a master at that. He's a master at that. Their scheme was just they just wanted it more, man. They just played harder. They understood we cannot win this if Jimmy can't do what he's about to do. So they just fall back. And when Jimmy needed to pass the ball out, they was ready to shoot. And the scary part is they won that game. There's two scary parts. One, they don't have their two of their best players. Two, they are still not hitting their shots. Duncan Robinson is shooting terrible. Tyler is shooting terrible. Tyler was, I want to say, 4 for 17. That's terrible, and that's not Tyler. But when it came to the crunch time, Tyler was there. Duncan, he played acceptable defense. Kelly Olynyk played really good defense yesterday. And I heard a lot of people say he had 24 points in game 2, but he gave up 24 points. And that's true. Yesterday, you cannot say the same. He had 17 in it. He did not give up 17. He played really good defense. The effort was there. They just wanted it more, man. They just wanted it. LeBron, he played okay. Not that good. Had 8 turnovers. And then people like Cash Nasty, you piss me off. As a famous YouTuber, you piss me off, bro. He said, I had to screenshot this because it's just like I said with LeBron fans, they rise so hard that they just say dumb stuff. And it just gets under my skin. He said, imagine being so great that this is considered a bad game. And it had LeBron stats. He had 25, 10, and 8. All right, Cash Nasty, since you want to say that, why you don't say the 8 turnovers he had? Why you don't say the 5 points he had in the fourth quarter? If the so-called best player in the world has 5 points in the fourth quarter, that's terrible. Even when his team's down, that's terrible. Turnovers. And it just, he had a bad game. Like, just be honest. He wasn't shooting it well. He had a bad game. Jimmy Butler was clamping him up, and that's the most underrated part about Jimmy Butler's game yesterday. Yes, he had 40 points, 11 rebounds, I think 12 assists. He made LeBron turn the ball over 7 times. He did all that scoring while guarding the best player in the world. I'm not saying he's not the best player in the world. I have an argument KD is, but that is an argument that should be allowed. The argument KD and LeBron, it should be allowed. But he was guarding the best player in the world. At this point, the best player in the world. While also giving him and his whole team buckets, talking smack to him, feeding the ball to his team. It was one of the best finals performances we've ever seen. And I love how they was talking smack to each other. LeBron said at the end of the first quarter, he said, "Oh, y'all in trouble. And like it did, cause it did look like it, cause he were up 20-9. Then we won that quarter, I think 36-33. And then he like, yeah, you in trouble. Fast forward to the end of the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler got the ball. He just laid Markieff Morris up, who also had a really good game. I want to say that, but I'll get into that later. He laid him up, looked at LeBron. He said, yo, you're in trouble. And then he walked to the bench. He said, they in trouble. I just love that energy from Jimmy Butler. It just makes it interesting to watch. And like I said with Markieff Morris, also Kyle Kuzma, y'all had great games because our shooters, KCP and Danny Green, cannot freaking shoot. Kyle, Markieff, I thank y'all for hooping. I know I said, Kyle, you've been playing terrible, but that was a great game for you last night. You even played pretty good on defense. I just don't think Frank trusts you in like the crunch time, and I understand that because you do have off and on games. But yesterday you played a really good game. Markieff, you played a really good game, and you can also stick defense. That's why you're gonna always see Markieff in there late game because reliable. He can shoot and play defense, but you just couldn't guard Jimmy yesterday. Nobody can guard Jimmy. Jimmy was fade away from the free throw line of Markieff Morris and then said he was little. Markieff Morris taller than you. He just said he was little. Like it was just, he was not stopping Jimmy Butler. It was amazing to watch. amazing to watch. They had a lot of help though. They didn't. I didn't mean to say that. He didn't have that much help. Other than that, yeah, other players that had single digit points, but like I said, Tyler had a bad game. He still ended up with 18. That's what buckets do. You have a bad game, you still won't have points. Kelly Olynyk, he had a really good game. It was Kelly Olynyk and Jimmy basically yesterday. They was both hooping. Myers Leonard even came off with a 3 and then a 2. That's all you really need from Myers Leonard. Then play good defense. And like I said, that's the piece they got to plug in, especially when Bam comes back. Put Bam at that 4 so he can guard AD. Just have Myers there to guard Dwight Howard and take Jay Crowder or Tyler Hero out the starting lineup. You should be good. Matter of fact, you don't even have to do that. You start because when I said that, I didn't think Goran was going to be out, but he's out. So start Jimmy at the 1. He's played the 1 this whole series. Start Tyler at 2 and start Jay Crowder at the 3, and that's good. That's good. Then you come on. Oh, I forgot Duncan. All right, well put Tyler on the bench and put Duncan at the 2. That's still good. That's still good. So this is a series. 6 games still. I still got us winning 6 games because I don't know if Jimmy can do this for 3 more games, and without us winning, I don't think he can do that. But I'm not gonna lie, the internet's starting to make me hate my team to where if the Heat win, I'm gonna be happy as hell, bro. I'm gonna be happy. I'm not even gonna lie. They starting to make me hate my team. It's just so much players. They was like, oh, I forgot to say, Tyler Hero, right? Like I said, crunch time buckets. Game sealing bucket. He laid Rondo up. He had a jelly layup and 1. I was so loud when that happened in my house. I was so loud because y'all know I love Tyler Hero. It's been my boy ever since high school. Them Winton all days. Y'all know what that is, but that's his high school. So when he hit that layup, I was so hyped for him, and he did that little. I can't do that. He did the little snarl face. That's gonna be the thumbnail of the picture, so you're gonna see it. I mean the thumbnail of the video, so you're gonna see it. He did the snarl. I was like, yeah, that's that confidence I love from my boy, and everybody was like, oh, that's the most cringiest snarl or the most non-intimidating snarl. I was like, yo, they got the game. Stop hating. Like, please just stop hating. Like, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not hating. I'm praising because we're getting more basketball, and they played better than us. Just because you want us to win every game, we not going to do that. We still have flaws. We not perfect. LeBron's not perfect. He has bad games. I'm pretty sure he's going to come out killing the next game, and I don't know if they're going to be ready for that. AD too, but this game is just a bad game. They got this. Take it to the chin. And you can't talk about Tyler Hero because he's been doing this the whole playoffs. They was like, oh, he had a bad game. I don't know why he's doing that. Yes, he had a bad game. But what else did he do? 2 and 1s in the fourth quarter. And a 3. And he played great defense. And got a couple steals. Played good defense on the block off a switch. Like, come on, bro. That's fourth quarter stuff as a rookie. You still doing that? You taking the ball up the court. Crunch time, you need a game sealing bucket. And you just lay him up, not even looking to pass. That's confidence. Like you gotta love the kid's confidence. You gotta love that he's doing all this stuff. And he's not missing or he's not doing nothing wrong as a rookie. You just gotta respect that, and you gotta respect Jimmy for what he did. 40-point triple double, put the team on his back. Is amazing to watch. And you seen people say, "Oh, great game, Jimmy, but Lakers in 5." Why do you do childish stuff like that? Cash Nasty, you said that too. And why do you do childish stuff? That's so childish. Like. What is the word? I don't know what the word is, but congratulate him on his game, and like talk about stuff from his game. Like talk about stuff you like. You always talk about you like gritty players. Jimmy Butler is the greatest player in the world. He's the greatest player in the world. So like praise that. You praise LeBron for having 25, 10, and 8 with 8 fucking turnovers and not doing nothing in the fourth quarter. Not doing nothing. Getting clamped up. Like, if you want to say he had a great game, then why don't you say what he did in the fourth quarter? Why don't you say that he was getting clamped up while also getting buckets put on his head? It's just LeBron fans, y'all so childish. Y'all so childish. It just pissing me off sometimes. But congratulations to the Heat. I hope they push this series longer. I hope they win next game. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, you think I'm playing? The internet making me hate my team. It making me hate my team. I want my team to lose sometimes. But great game. Can't wait for tomorrow. Hopefully Jimmy comes out. Hopefully tomorrow's Tuesday. That's Tyler Tuesday. Hopefully Tyler have his game. And the scary part is I don't think I said it. I think I probably did. I don't know, but the shooters are not making their shots. Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero are the two of the best shooters in the league. When they start making their shots, it's gonna be scary for us, bro. Because our shooters not making their shots, and I don't expect our shooters to start making their shots. These are two of the best in the league at making threes. When they start making their shots, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. I just hope Kendrick. One thing I also hope is Kendrick Nunn steps up and take that Goran Dragic role because he can do that. Like he can score. So I hope he can do that. He got in a little foul trouble, but the fouls was there were some questionable calls there for Kendrick Nunn. He was getting some weird fouls. Like the refs were okay yesterday because it was a couple of fouls that put him on the bench and like it was some childish little touchy fouls. But like you gotta expect that. This is a new NBA, soft, new sports in general. Football is soft. Everything's soft now, so you gotta expect that. But congratulations to the Heat. Hopefully y'all can push it and make it a 6-7 game series. If we win, I don't care. If we lose, I'm happy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. The internet is making me. I gotta get off the internet. It's making me mad. It's making me mad. But hopefully we get a great game 4, and congratulations again to the Heat. Jimmy Butler, you are amazing. He basically proved to me that he's top 10. Like Jokic, I can't put Jokic over him. If you can't put up a 40-point triple double and guard the best player in the game. I know there's one game, but that's so underrated. That's amazing. If you can't do that, I'm not putting you over Jimmy Butler. So, players is over Jimmy Butler. Oh, Curry. All right, it's an exception for Curry, and probably James Harden. But these are my top 10 players. Jimmy Butler has officially entered top 10. I'm gonna put LeBron at 1, just for y'all. KD at 2. Kawhi at 3, AD at 4, Curry at 5, Giannis at 6, James Harden at 7, Jimmy Butler at 8, 9, Dame, 10, Luka. That's my top 10. Jimmy Butler just proved a lot this playoffs and stepped it up in the finals. I love that. But I'm going to have my podcast at the end of this series. That's why I didn't really drop a podcast. These are a little, even though it's not short, 17 minutes, not short. But these little short videos. So I'm gonna drop the podcast when the series is over. But Game 4, if Game 4 is amazing, I'll come back with another video. So see y'all later.